Hello, my friend Namaskar. So, if you are preparing for IT officer, whether scale 1 or scale 2 or any exam in which in your syllabus is DBM is there, then you can see this type of question in your exam. Now, how to solve this kind of question that we are going to learn in this video. So, अब यहाँ पे question पूछता है equivalent serial schedule or we can say conflict serial schedule. ठीक है, so where we are having a transaction T1, T2, T3, so they are doing the read and write operation. ठीक है, so if there is a loop that you find in your transaction then it is a non recoverable schedule. So let's suppose examiner give you this line. ठीक है, to save the space he will give you this line. Now from this line you have to draw the table. सबसे पहले आपको टेबल ड्रॉ करनी है. So let's suppose this is my T2. Let's suppose this is my T2. So T2 is doing, let's suppose, a read operation on A. So T2 is doing a read operation on A. So in this table I will make a table like T1, T2, T3. So T2 is doing a read operation on A. Now T2 is doing a write operation on A. So R, and then we are having a write operation. So write operation by T2 on read on A instance. Okay. Now R3 means you can say T3. T3 is doing, let's suppose, a read operation on C. So T3 is doing a read operation on C. I will write here like this. Now T2 is doing a, they can say, write operation on B. So after T3, T2 is doing a write operation on B. Then T3 is doing a write operation on A. So T3 is doing a write operation on A. Then T3 is doing write operation on C instance. So I'm having different instance. A instance, B. So A means, let's suppose, account of Ram. B means account of Sita. C means account of Sham. So we are having different instance. 9. Then R1. It means T1 is doing a read operation on A. So T1 is doing a read operation on A. Then read operation on 2 by B. So let's suppose this is the same. Let's suppose this is my, again, T1 is doing a read operation on B. So T1 is doing a read operation on B. Then T1 is doing the write operation on A. So T1 is doing a write operation on A. So like this I am having the schedule. ठीक है, मान लो कि ये लाइन आपकी नहीं लिखी. ठीक है, so like this examiner will give you the schedule. Now he will ask you this question, like this question. So in this he have given you the table. इस क्वेश्चन में टेबल गिवन है. सो लेट्स सपोज उसने टेबल नहीं दी है, उसने सिर्फ एक लाइन लिख के दे दी है, दिस इज द शेड्यूल. सो फ्रॉम दिस टेबल शेड्यूल यू हैव टू ड्रॉ द टेबल. ओके, सो ऐसे आपने बना ली टेबल. Now from this table you will draw a precedence graph. So like this we will draw a precedence graph. ठीक है, now how to draw the precedence graph ये अपन देखते हैं एक बार. ठीक है, so let's suppose कि ये जो मेरे पास given था T3 फिर T2 T1, सो इससे अपना एक ग्राफ अपना ऐसा बनेगा ग्राफ. ठीक है, सो मान लो कि यहाँ पे ये कुछ गिवन आपको. ठीक है, नाउ अब आपको यहाँ पे नाउ यू हैव टू गिव द फोकस हियर आफ्टर विच transaction. Let's suppose there is a read of A. ठीक है, read of A. Now check any write of A in T1 or T3. Is there any write operation on A by T3? T3 में write नहीं है. Yes, I found a write operation on T3 because इसने read किया. So let's suppose he is reading the account of Ram and he is updating the account of Ram. So from T2 T3. So I will draw an arrow from T2 to T3 like this. Now again check here write operation on A. Now check any read or write operation on A instance by T1 or T3. So write on A, yes, I found write on A. So there is again line, so we don't need to draw a line again. Now check here write on A. So here, yes, I found again write on A. So T2 is doing a write operation of A and T1 is also doing a write operation of A. So I will draw a graph from T2 to T1. T2 से T1 एक arrow बन जाएगा, this arrow represent. Now again check read operation on C. Check any write operation on C in T1 or T2. Right, write operation C, no, there is not present. Write operation of C, no, there is not present. Moving ahead, then check write operation on B. Check any T1 or T3 is doing a write on T1 or T3. T2 say T1 write on B, no. Write on B, yes, I got read on B. राइट के बाद में रीड किया. सो T2 to T1, T2 to T1. So there is already arrow, so don't need to draw the arrow. Then T3. T3 is doing a right operation on A. Any one is doing a operation? No. A operation on right? Yes, I found here. So T3 is doing a right, and then that right is written by written by T1. So T3 to T1, T3 to T1 you will draw. So like this you will draw a graph. Now check for any loop is there. So there is no loop because T2 से T1 आ रहा है, T2 से T3 आ रहा है, T3 से T1 आ रहा है. From T1 you cannot go anywhere. So there is a no loop. If there is a loop, let's suppose like this, आपको एक loop मिल जाता है. Let's suppose जैसे आपका T3 से T1 गया, T3 से T2 गया, and T2 से T1 गया. Then let's suppose like this. So this will create a loop. This will create a loop. If you face any loop, so this is your irrecoverable. ठीक है, तो ये आपका क्या होगा सर, ये रिकवर नहीं होगा. ओके, नाउ लेट्स सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन हियर. ठीक है, सो फर्स्ट T2 is having in degree 0. So in T2 I am having in degree 0. So there is no in degree because no arrow is coming towards T2. So I will pick from T2. ठीक है, then I will select T2 and remove T2 all edges and connecting from it. So T2 को select करना है, T2 को हटाना है, फिर इस arrow को भी हटाना है. Then in degree, so ये this arrow is removed, then in degree of T3 will be 0. So again T3 will in degree 0. So select T3 and remove the edge. So ये T3 वाली edge भी हट जाएगी. Now T3 to T1. So I will have a graph here. T2, then T3, then T1. T2, then T3, then T1. Like this. Okay. Now let's solve this question. ये वाला जो है क्वेश्चन इसको अपन सॉल्व करते हैं. ठीक है. So ISRO CS 2011 question. What is the equivalent serial schedule of the following transaction? So this is a transaction. So let's draw the table first. So it is already given the table, which is very good. Now let's draw the graph. T1, T2, T3. So T1, T2, T3, like I am having a graph. Okay. Now it is doing the read on Y. Check any write on Y by T1 or T2. Write Y, no. Write Y, no. Yes, I got राइट वाई है. सो T3 से T2 में एक एरो बनाएंगे. T3 टू T2 आई विल ड्रॉ एन एरो. T3 से T2, T3 से T2. So this arrow I have drawn. Now read on Z. Check any write on Z. Yes, I got here. So T3 से T2 एरो बना लेंगे. ऑलरेडी एरो है. नाउ एक हाँ ऊपर वाला रह गया था T3 में रीड ऑन Y. राइट ऑन Y I found. T3 से T1 and in T1 also there is a write on Y. So T3 से T1 because ये read कर रहा है read on Y and here doing a write on Y. So T3 to T1 I will draw an arrow. T3 to T1 because of Y, because he is doing a write on Y and he is doing the read on Y and he is doing the write on Y. Z में T3 to T1. So we have already drawn a graph, so no need to draw again. Check any write on T1. T1 में write on Z. No, there is no one. So check again. Now let's operation here. Read on X. Check any write on X by T2 or T3. Write on X. Read yes. So T1 to T2. This is right. इसने read किया and he is doing the right. So T1 to T2 we will draw a graph. T1 to T2. This I will draw. Okay. Now write on X. Check any read on X by this one. Yes. T1 to T2. We already drawn. So no need to draw again. And write on X. No need to draw. Now check here. Read on Y. So read on Y. Write on Y. Yes. We have already drawn from T2 to from T3 to T2. T3 to T2 already drawn. No need to draw. Read on Z. Write on Z. Read on Z. Write on Z. Yes. यहाँ पे write किया. फिर से T3 to already drawn. No problem. एंड यहाँ पे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. नाउ राइट ऑन Z. अब T3 is over. Here T3 is over. Now T2 is doing a write on Z. Check any read on Z. No, there is no problem. Now read on Y. Check any write on Y. Yes. So T1 to T2. T1 to T2 we have already done. Now read on Y. So we have already done. No problem. So this is graph icon. Now check any loop is there. सर आप T1 से T2 पे आ सकते हो. After that you can go out anywhere. T3 to T1, T3 to T2. Now again you cannot. So there is no cycle. When it will be a cycle? If let's suppose यहाँ से यहाँ आ गए, let's suppose there is a graph like this, then it will create a cycle. क्यों? From T3, let's suppose you go to T1, from T1 you go to T2, now from T2 you will go to T3, from T3 you will go to T1. ठीक है? So it will create a cycle, but we don't find any like this. So this is now check and in degree. So now check in degree of T1. कितनी arrow आ रही है? 1. So it is having in degree of 1. T3 in degree 0 because there is no arrow is coming towards T3. Now in degree of 2, in degree of T2 it is 2, in degree of 2 it is 2. Now जिसकी 0 है उसको हम pick करेंगे. So T3 having in degree 0, so we will pick T3. So first we will pick T3 because it is in degree, and after that we will remove. So यहाँ से हम हटा देंगे, जो T3 है ये हट जाएगा और इसके जो एरो है ये भी हट जाएंगे. Now it is having in degree of T1 it is 0, in degree of T1 initially it was 1, now it will become 0, और इसका जो 2 है इसकी जगह 1 हो गया. So what we will pick? We will pick T1, then we will pick T2. So फिर आपका T1 आएगा, फिर आपका क्या आएगा? T2 आएगा. So T3 T1 T2, T3 T1 T2, T3 T1 T2. Yes, B option will be right. So this option is the right option for this. So like this you have to solve the question. So I believe you have watched the video till last. Now if you are looking for, you can say,